Welcome back to the common room. That was Foo Fighters' Learn to Fly.
Looking for the barrier reef. I'm stuck in the middle seat. I wish this guy would get his head out the way.
One of your best ones. One of your best ones, I think, that one.
Thanks. I've been working on it literally for the last 5 seconds.
Ashleigh, it's time for our favourite segment.
Yeah, nah, mate. Yeah, nah.
All right, first one's for you. A sugar tax should be implemented to try and make people make healthier eating choices.
I'm going to go nah.
Yeah, I've never really understood this debate either.
I don't know if a sugar tax is enough. I think just educating people is like the main thing that's going to do.
But surely people
you
get
can
a choice.
raise the price because chips are pretty cheap and lollies are pretty cheap. Maybe raising the price will stop people. No, it just seems like a tax on like people who can't afford it. People don't need to spend more money on like on things that money. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, I think it's more the other way around. How about we make like fresh fruit, veggies cheaper? You know, surely, I mean, without ripping off the farmers, obviously, but surely the government can come with some sort of system to give, like, you know, a tax break or whatever they have to do to make it cheaper.
I think that's the way to go, and more education around, like, cooking vegetables and what you can do with vegetables.
Yeah.
Like, if through the usual school system, you don't know what to do with the broccoli when presented with it.
Well, exactly, and I understand that it does take time to make, you know, like say a certain dish sometimes when you've got to like chop it up and everything like that. And that's usually what happens when we come to fast food, the ease of it. Heck, I'm very guilty of this studio, or well, not this studio, this uni. Whenever we come to record, I don't think I've eaten one home-cooked meal when I've gone to see you. I think I've used a different type of fast food each time.
Yeah, I was surprised to see you with a salad this time rather than a pie.
Look, I'm very Aussie in that sense. Be
All
proud.
Right. Mine has a theme this week. See if you can spot the theme. A stitch in time saves 9. Yeah, nah.
What?
A stitch in time saves 9. Yeah, nah.
I'm gonna say nah.
Nah.
I don't really know where you're going with this.
I'm doing sayings and expressions, and you're gonna yeah, nah my sayings and expressions.
Okay.
A stitch in time saves 9.
Do you really want to explain this one, maybe?
Well, basically, if you mend something you can save a lot more money in the long run than if you just let it wear out.
Oh, is it a yeah or a nah?
Mm-hmm. Stitch in time saves 9 stitches.
Oh, it really depends on the product. Oh.
I've stumped him with this basic idiom.
We'll just go yeah. Oh, God, this is going to be interesting. Yeah. Okay, next one. More should be done for Australian gold medalists who are from lesser-known sports to get the recognition they deserve.
Yeah, I'm going to hard yeah on that. Too long have we suffered through these popular sports, getting all the funding and all the support when these more obscure, maybe not as recognised sports, like the synchronised swimming or the rhythmic gymnastics.
Well, if I named an athlete
sisters.
right now who is a gold medalist from a lesser-known sport, you name me the sport. If you've even one, tell me if you've heard of him. Tell me if you know the sport. Simon Fairweather.
Oh, no, I can't say I know.
Gold medalist in archery.
Archery. Now that is a cool sport. I don't know why people aren't supporting archery. How cool is archery? Pachoom, pachoom.
Yeah, so
It's an actual skill.
That's. I mean, we know the big ones. We all know the swimmers.
Well, obviously, that's what Australia is known for. Swimming.
You know, Ian Thorpe is the biggest
Thorpe.
example. I argue that we know the cyclists, so we know Anna Meares. It's probably the closest to like being in the middle. I would say one of the popular sports, but not the most popular. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, so we know like the velodrome and stuff. So I think more should be done. So I'm definitely going a year with you on that one.
And also, it's an opportunity to dominate in something else, which Australians do very well. Dominate.
Yeah, because I know we've got a gold medalist in decathlon and sailing, but I can't name them off the top of my head.
It's a disappointment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a disappointment. What do you got for me?
All right, here's another idiom for you. Every cloud has a silver lining. Yeah or nah? I stumped him with idioms. I'm really liking this. I might do this every week now. Every cloud has a silver lining.
Well, no. I mean, if we're just looking at clouds.
All right, if he's got to be literal, he's going a nah.
Yeah, nah. What is it?
What do you mean, what is it? A cloud?
Well, what is this meaning of this idiom?
Or when there's dark times, dark clouds are coming, there's always light at the end.
So in other words, like if one door shuts, another one opens.
Well, if you want to use that expression, sure, but I'm using every cloud has a silver lining. There's always positive in the bad things. Yin and yang.
I mean, yeah, debatable. But it's yeah.
You've got to go, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm going to go, nah.
Nah?
Nah. When bad stuff happens, it's usually bad. It's obvious. This is the obvious answer.
But there is some good things that usually come from it. You know
If you
what
want
I
to
mean?
twist your perspective like that, sure. But bad things are usually bad.
Bad things are usually bad. We really blow minds on this show
I'm
sometimes.
going to get that on a t-shirt.
All right. Next one's for you. Fireworks should be banned on New Year's Eve, even when COVID has ended. If COVID is ended.
What? No. How could you ban the fireworks? I mean, I know there's actual bans on fireworks in domestic homes, but that's never stopped anyone. Every New Year's, I see across the river fireworks going off, and I know that isn't for legal display.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I've never. It's an interesting one that a lot of people are saying, why are we spending all this money on like fireworks when we've got our country burning, when we're going through climate crisis? I understand that, but surely we should be able to still celebrate.
Fireworks are great. I think they're the best thing in the whole world. They go bang, and it's really scary, but they look pretty. Whoa.
Yeah, it's not just that. It gets everyone together. I think if that's where we're going to sacrifice things, I think we're going down the wrong path. How about looking at how much money that like certain, let's say charitable, like, how do you say this in the nicest possible way? That dodgy charity groups get, or how about dodgy certain religious groups get. We look at these people who are meant to be doing good for society, who aren't really doing good. You know what I mean? There's a lot of charities, right? If they get $1, right, out of charity, only 10 cents will go to the charity and 90 cents will go to the admin fees. I'm not going to name them in case we get some horrible law case, but that's absolute rubbish, and people are going to have an aim at the fireworks. How about we look at different areas where funding needs to be looked at and taken off?
And the problem with those sort of charities, they give the other charities that do a lot of good work and have a lot of volunteers a bad name.
And that's my point.
How are you meant to know the difference if you haven't done the research?
Exactly. So more should be looked into that. And if we're going to start taking it from areas which we celebrate, I just think we're aiming it at the wrong people.
Fireworks are great.
What do you got?
All right, let's go with another idiom that Brayden seems to hate so much. A watched pot never boils. A watched pot never boils. I stumped him. He's thinking about pots. He's probably never cooked anything in his life.
Oh, I have.
He just never boiled any
Toast.
vegetables.
No, that's a nah.
Nah, you think pots boil regardless if you're looking at them or not?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, they literally do.
What's the saying?
Well, it's if you're watching something, it doesn't happen. But when you
What?
get distracted by something else, these opportunities present themselves.
But taking that in a literal sense is rubbish.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one. I don't think it's a very good expression.
That's
A
like
watched pot.
That's
never
like being in
boils.
an exam and watching the clock saying time never moves forward if you just watch it.
Exactly. It's exactly the same thing, but it does move forward, and it's a stupid expression.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Quick one for you. Dogs are better than cats.
Oh, this is probably the most controversial one you've ever had on this show. What are you trying to do to me? Dogs are better than cats. Well, I guess a lot more people are allergic to cats, which is why I prefer cats.
Oh, look at him
'cause
going the diplomatic version.
Which is why I prefer cats, because I don't want anyone over my house. So I'm going to get a cat.
Gonna go cat? Nah, it's a dog.
Actually, people aren't actually allergic to the cats. People are allergic to the dandruff on the cats. So, I don't know, use better shampoo on your cats or something. Is that the answer? I don't know. I'm no scientist, but...
You got one more for me or not?
All right. Let's start
Last
with
one.
this. The oldest synonym, idiom I could think of. He who smelt it, dealt it. Would you agree with? Yeah, nah.
No, I'm going nah because far out when my dogs fart, it's you smell it and you know, oh, far out, you almost fall down dead.
Well, that's very lucky indeed, because I can smell something in here.
What?
And I'll tell you what, I may or may not have dealt it, to be honest.
Oh, that's the perfect time for a break. You are listening to The Common Room on Unicast.
Open the window!